Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trent from CourseCareers. Today, I'm interviewing Paris to talk about her story breaking into tech sales. The reason you're going to want to watch until the end is because she landed at one of the top software companies there is right now, and she's probably made more money online than everyone listening right here combined. And all of you can follow her strategy. She's told me before we started she's going to share her secrets here today. I'm the tech sales instructor at CourseCareers, so if you are interested in starting a career in tech sales, you can visit the first link in the description below to learn how to land a high-paying tech career with no experience, no degree, no connections, all of that good stuff. Paris, what are you up to nowadays?
Wow, my plate is very full. So, working as an SDR, inbound sales is what I do. Aside from that, content creation, talking about tech sales in the technology space, and all of that. Also, coaching students that are currently taking course careers. And then other things like teaching stock market trading and investing, which is what I've done before this. And that's pretty much it. So plate is
Wow,
full.
incredibly versatile. Isn't it so interesting how what seems maybe obvious to you is really important to others, how to land a job in tech sales, how to find success in a job in tech sales, and you can use that information for free to then start helping people online and eventually make money. Let's go back a little while, Paris, maybe 3, 6 months. Where were you at in life, and why did you decide you needed to make a change to then get into tech sales?
Yes. So let's see, 6 months ago, I've actually do have a background in IT and a background in sales. 8 years in sales. I worked at a newspaper company, but my job was to basically build our pipeline. So I did that. And also, but by the way, I didn't know like any of the jargon, like tech sales jargon. None of that. And then I have 6 years desktop support, so very techy, troubleshooting, and all of those things. Computers, building computers, and that sort of thing. And then I decided to leave that that whole my job in 2021. It was medical reasons too. It was just really bad on my health. I have juvenile type 1 diabetes, so it's like a chronic disease, super hard to manage when you don't have time to like take care of yourself. So that was really why I left and I started trading in the market. I was doing that while working and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use my trading income to live. That's what I did. But then while diversifying, so I was at a point where I was making so much coming in, and I was like, it's time to diversify, multiple streams of income, you know? So I had got like 5 Airbnb units in my area, and I think about 6 months or 7 months in, literally it was gone. Like the regulations had changed and I was shut down in a day. It was so heartbreaking. So I had so much debt, like over $10,000 a month, just going to rent and just debt from the furniture. And I mean, I had income coming in, but it was like I was living paycheck to paycheck and I was like terrified of like missing payments and stuff. So my mom had came across AO, his podcast, and talking about course careers. And at first when she told me about it, I was like, wasn't really like interested because I thought she was talking about like help desk, something from home. And I didn't really want to do that at the time because I've been in that world, desktop support, that's what I did. And I just wasn't interested. So it was so funny. I had came across the podcast myself and I said, wait a minute, tech and sales, my two backgrounds, and I can merge it together and work remote and make a really good income. I was sold. So, well, I used my last $100 because all my money was allocated to my debts. And I just took a bet on myself, took a huge leap of faith, and now we're here. Yep.
What a story, Paris. There's a lot of directions we can go in, but where I want to immediately go to is you eventually got employed. Fast forward a little bit at what some would say is one of the best private tech companies right now, Rippling. I know they're growing incredibly fast. How did you go from investing, real estate, all this debt, et cetera, to coming across AO, Anthony Edwards, tech sales, course careers. How did you put all that together to then land a job at this current company?
Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's see. So I came across the podcast. I started on December 18th. Started Course Careers December 18th. 2 weeks after that, I was going crazy, like super hard. One week I was studying. The first day of the second week, I applied to like 80 positions. And then the next day I applied to like 80 more. It was insane. It was all around Christmas and like the New Year's holiday. I had no holiday. I was just studying and all of that. So, how I came across Rippling, that's a great question. I was just like applying and then happened to get an interview with them. And I did so much research on Rippling. I was just trying to prepare as much as I could. And I knew that the company was so amazing. So I was just like, just talk about it. Just talk about what they believe, like their core values and stuff. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know like the product 110%, but I got to talk about it a little bit, what I understood. So I just tried to study as much as I could, utilizing, of course, what I've learned in Course Careers. Like I would study my notes before all of my interviews, just so that I'm, prepared. I can speak on the jargon that I understand and that sort of thing. But Rippling moves so fast. Let's see, I think I was hired in it might have been like 3 days. They were moving like this. So, and I had other positions as well. I think I've interviewed for 4 at that time, like the last round. So I had a few to pick, and I was just like, Rippling is it. Yeah.
It's incredible to hear, and tech is incredibly fast moving, and I think all of us are still trying to figure out what exactly we're selling half the time. You're now about 3-4 months into the role based on my research. How have things been going?
Yes. Okay. So the first month we were in training. So it was all courses that we had to, take. Oh, well, quiz courses, a lot of meetings to understand the products. And Rippling has like an insane amount of products. So it was just, wow, it was just a lot. But I would say going through Course Careers, thank God, because I would have been so lost. There were like a lot of people on my team that's all new to the SDR world. None of them had experience. And I was just like, I wonder how they are surviving, because I had to go back a few times and figure out like definitions and all of that. So yeah, but the first month was all training. The second month we jumped in and we were at a half quota. So since it's inbound, it's people that are interested in the product, and we just have to hunt them down to get them, to book the demo. So it was half quota. It was at 23 demos booked, and I made quota. My first month, I was so happy. Now quota is 45, and we have a week left, and I'm working hard this week, working so hard. So far, so good. I love the company. I love my coworkers. Management is amazing. Like everyone is just so helpful, so eager to just help and assist and encourage. I love it. The best decision I've ever made.
What I'm hearing from you, Paris, is as a result of going through Course Careers, it actually helped equip you to not only find the job, but to be more successful in the job day one, because you went back and referenced the material after you got hired.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct. It's so funny, like anytime I'm stuck on anything, maybe, I don't know, it could be anything like cold calling. Maybe I need to brush up on my skills a little bit or anything. I always go back all the time. Just let me listen to that video, all the time. Or I will look at my notes. I literally have my notebook right here, right at my desk, filled with Course Careers notes. And I'm just like, flipping, what does that mean? That sort of thing. So yes, I'm very prepared still have to go back sometimes, but yeah.
Now that you landed the job, you're starting to find success in the job and get experience. You're starting to do content creation, doing coaching, and I'm sure all your other side stuff as well. Why did you decide to start creating tech sales content?
Yeah. So right now I have a community that, well, I teach like stock market trading, and a lot of people always say, I wish I had more to invest. They always talk about their jobs, how they're, paycheck to paycheck, but trading could be that way for them to make extra income. So I decided to bring it to their attention. I can teach you how, to break into tech. And I just share my journey and, just talk to them about that. And I saw the need. I said, okay, well, maybe I should go on YouTube, and share my journey there. And from there, I definitely saw that there was a need. They wanted to see someone who, of course, went through a boot camp with well, I have experience in sales, but not like actual experience as an SDR, kind of go through that. Just kind of see like where I was before, follow my journey and that sort of thing. And I just provide advice as I go.
As you think about providing advice, what would you say are a few important things for folks to consider who are looking to follow in your footsteps and maybe they're not happy where they're at in life, maybe they want to change, maybe they want to make more money so they can start investing or buy a house, do whatever they want to do. What advice would you give to someone to land that high-paying tech sales job at a great company like you did?
Yeah. So, first thing I would say, do it scared because mostly people are always afraid. They always have fear of like trying something new or even like investing in a course. So, do it scared. You will be fine. I promise you. The second thing I would say, just stay focused, like lock in for a season. Like your life will change if you just focus and lock in and just yeah, that's it. Just got to stay focused and yeah, and just get it done.
What did you learn from Course Careers that you think helped set you up for success? You mentioned you go back and reference it to find success in your job if you want to learn how to do cold calling, but it sounds like you had a lot of intuition to start applying to 80 companies today, 80 companies tomorrow. What do you think Course Careers provided you that helped with your existing experience to then parlay that into the job you landed?
Yep. I think the way everything was broken down, enough for someone like me, like a entry level beginner, could digest. That was awesome. I would say like the definitions and the jargon and breaking all of that down, and also breaking down what an SDR is, because yes, that is so important. But the most important thing I think that I probably like took away is like the psychology of selling. The books, oh my goodness, those books are so incredible. And I just want to preach and tell everyone, please don't skip the books because I've noticed like when I would coach and everything and I would ask them like, did you read the books? They'll say like, oh no, I kind of like I'm reading right now, but I'm still going through the course. And I'm like, no, just pause and read the books because I really feel like wow, so many amazing gems from those books, like the psychology of selling, just literally like everything. Aside from like the knowledge that you need, your day to day, like the I don't know, the things that you need to know. Aside from that, I think that reading the books also was like super, super helpful. Yeah, yeah.
The
Oh,
thing that
and
impresses me about your journey in particular, Paris, is you've sought out the information to learn, you've applied it with real action in the real world, and now that you're actually doing it in practice, you're beginning to give back to others and talk about your journey and providing direct one-on-one coaching. And if people want to check out Paris on YouTube, I believe you're That Wealth Chick, correct?
yes, that's correct.
That Wealth Chick. And what's really spectacular about what you had done is, I believe on your first or second video, you got 30K views or something, which I think really spring padded your content creation career here in that venture. Can you talk about why it was important to you to start sharing your story?
Yeah. Well, first I couldn't believe like the success that I was, seeing just from taking a boot camp that cost $500. I was just so surprised like how fast everything kind of happened. And I was just like, others can do this, especially those who were in my shoes. Like, girlfriend was broke. living paycheck to paycheck. Although I was at like a certain level, that's how it felt, you know. And then I just want to like chunk down my debts and stuff. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that. So I was just like, let me just pick up my camera, and I don't care if I snot, book a nose, cry on camera. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can. Still am. I show my commission checks and everything. Like I just love it. I just love helping. Like I have such a heart to serve, so I'm just like super excited to just just give back and share.
How would you help someone maybe overcome that fear of starting? Whether it's, you know what, I want to change, I see Paris doing it, and I think people get to a place where they say, you know what, I believe I can actually do it, and then that leads to action. But whether someone's out there listening that wants to start in tech sales, that wants to get into CourseCareers, that wants to start investing, that wants to start content creation, what advice would you have for someone just to start, since it sounds like that's something that's a strength of yours?
Yeah, I would probably say just remember your why. Like people always get so excited when they first make the payment and they start the first video, but then the next day it's like the excitement is gone. So you have to have something that's going to fuel that, like fuel that motivation and to, I don't know, remain inspired. So you just have to remember your why. I would probably just put it up on your wall. I have like all kinds of stuff on my wall, vision boards and like affirmations, like wherever you can see it, just put your why somewhere. So when you wake up, it's there. You see it. You won't forget it. Something that's going to keep you motivated, or post like pictures like I do, like I have on my vision board that, may inspire you to keep pushing but at the end of the day, it's just fear. You have to do it scared, and you will definitely reap a harvest if you just take the leap of faith, for sure.
Speaking of reaping the harvest and taking the leap of faith, can you give the quick pitch why anyone that's interested in tech sales should click the first link in the description below right now?
Yes, I would say if you're just tired, I guess, of your current circumstance, I don't know what to say. I don't know. If you're like tired of what you're going through currently, and you're just ready for a change, I would definitely say CourseCareers is like the thing that you should do. Is literally, I don't think you would, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but basically it's worth it. It's $500. There's nothing to lose. Like you're going to gain so much knowledge and information. But it is up to you, since it's like, self-paced. It's up to you to, I guess, complete the course and to apply for the jobs and use what has been taught in the course to really like be really successful. So that's what I would say.
Fantastic, Paris. Well, great job, and thanks so much for being here today. For anyone that's interested in learning more about Paris and her journey, I would highly recommend checking out That Wealth Chick on YouTube. And yeah, we hope to see you at CourseCareers sooner rather than later. Talk to everyone soon.